timing in the market. And a lot of the time you talk about that when do I invest. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Soumen Mondal. I'm a commercial property buyer's agent. I buy commercial property on behalf of our clients, and just to give you a context, the last 6 months I bought about $30 million worth of commercial property. I also become financially independent through commercial property investing, so I can tell you that it is absolutely possible to become financially independent through commercial property investing. So let's start into timing the market. Right now, there are a lot of things happening, right? In the geopolitical issue, the war that is happening between US, Israel with Iran, and also there is a global turmoil, the oil shortage, the fuel, oil and gas all across the world. And if you see that if you are in Australia, you have been seeing this, the oil price is going up significantly, diesel, petrol. At the same time, there could be a scarcity, we will run out of oil and there would be a disaster. In fact, the government is also talking about how you can subsidize, don't spend oil what you don't have to. So in other words, do not go unnecessary travel, do not do anything, and all sort of things. So it is a scary moment right now, right? I mean, if you always talk about, and if I'm talking about that, oh, you go and buy the commercial property, that might come to your mind that, so man, what are you talking about? Right now, let me survive, let me do this thing. I do not want to buy commercial, and I don't know, there is a lot of uncertainty. And it's a fear. It's a fear that is a valid fear, right? Now, let me give you why I'm saying timing in the market. Because let's for a moment understand what has just happened historically. And now, if you go to the global financial crisis, if you go like pandemic, if you go even further like get repression and all sort of issues where humans are fearful, like think about even pandemic, which is going to be like the number one thing for you too, which is just 5-6 years ago this happened, and we were thinking that we will not be alive and the world is going to be end and all sort of things, right? So guess what, at that time the commercial property market was in turmoil. I mean, so does residential, but commercial property market was like you were getting deals because everyone else is fearful. And that is one of the fundamental I wanted to understand. I wanted you to understand that when everyone is fearful, it is famous Warren Buffett's quote, that time you should be greedy. Which means that think about after COVID, what happened to the market. Think about after GFC, what happened to the market. So if you see the pattern, I can assure you that if you can survive this turmoil, so in this moment for next 6 months, 1 year, then for sure you will be able to make more money through commercial properties than right now. Now, what does it mean? What it means that you need to acquire property when there is a turmoil. This is exactly happen. If you go to this old history, if you see the COVID, imagine if you could have bought a commercial property during COVID time, today it is worth way more. You are making more money as compared to that time, because that was the like a depression time. That was the time where people were thinking, oh, everything is going to be very bad and all. So what does it mean? So if you can, here is the action point from you. First of all, can you afford to buy a commercial property right now? And it comes to a lot of your situations. Like number one situation should be like, can you get loan? Do you have the deposit, or do you have the equity? Do you have all these things? If everything is ticked, give me a reason why you shouldn't tap into. Because commercial property, even today, just for argument's sake, let's say whatever interest that you'll be paying to the bank and you are getting the same, and it is neutral cash flow even with 100% loan, let's say. So why wouldn't you tap into? Because you know historically what has happened is that as soon as this turmoil will come out, in fact you'll see that when the war ends, maybe in 1 month, maybe in 2 months, maybe in 6 months, then within 3 to 6 months, 1 year time, things are going to be normal. The fuel price is going to go down, then the inflation is going to go down. That means interest rate is going to go down. That means you will make more money. Now, if you understand that point, then you would be always asking, because everybody else is fearful right now. Everybody else is not going to buy. And I'm telling you myself as well, like how I can acquire more in this time so that I can, when everybody else wants to buy, which is the market will be normal and all, then at that time I can slow down. So this is an important part for you to understand, that if you can, go for it, because there is nothing that can be in a situation where is that acquiring commercial property is one of the best part that you could do for your financial independence. As you know, because it's a positive cash flow, it's making money and all. Of course, you are not going to buy a vacant property right now. That's something I would not suggest. But if it is a tenanted property, then go for it is my point, because it is going to give you a better return in the future. So let me tell you something. Right now you have two options: do nothing and do something. Do nothing. If you can't, then of course do nothing. For example, you do not have the deposit, you do not have the capacity to borrow, you are maxed out and all sort of things. Do something means if you can, then for sure 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, if you hold that property, it is going to make money. Because if you are buying commercial property, it is a better cash flow. It is going to continuously giving you better cash flow. And that is exactly my point. So if you think about it, listen to others, listen to me, and come up with your own conclusion. I hope it gives you an idea about how to approach commercial property right now. And if you find this video is helpful, please do me a favor. Please subscribe this channel, turn the notification bell on, and I promise I'll bring you some of the interesting concept about commercial property, understanding about commercial property, and all for free. Thank you and see you next time. Bye bye.